Welcome to this special episode of Realistic Fishing. On this episode, my first unbagging on this channel. And today I'm going to be unbagging these 2 bags of shit that I cleaned out at the back of my car. Let's get into this and see what I got. I got my scissors here. Gonna need this. Alright, first I got an empty Zoom bag covered in something sticky and melted. Next I have this. I don't know if any of you out there experience this, but this is something I run into on occasion. If you look here, the plastic on this spool appears to be melted, but there is no way that it could have gotten that hot. So it's some kind of chemical reaction between this type of plastic in this bait and the plastic used to make this spool. And it used to happen in my tackle boxes a lot when I was little. I would have different baits grouped together, and over the years they would melt together, or the worms would all melt together, and it was a very strange phenomenon, and I'm still not exactly sure why that happens. Alright, here we go. I found a little twister tail grub. Alright, I got a few pieces here I need to untangle and or cut away. Alright, so here it looks like I have I would say that's a 2/0 extra wide gap hook. The next item from my unbagging is this. This is a small bass fly, or a popping fly. Looks like I have another one of these flies. Alright, so another bass popper. Alright, here we have another small grub on a jig head. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, this is partially melted, or has some of that melted plastic chemical stuff on it. It's going to go into that pile over there. This looks like a power bait swimming shad in sexy shad color, but partially melted. It's got the spool chemicals on it. Something isn't quite right. Moving on. Got some of that plastic on it. Alright, here I have another 2/0 extra wide gap hook. 2 different brands, if you can see. Slightly shaped, slightly different. Alright, moving on. This one is really tangled. Alright, here we have, I don't know what brand this is, Bomber. Alright, here we have a Bomber crankbait. I'm not sure, it says Model A. I don't know anything about this. As a matter of fact, I think I found this crankbait in a bush when I was filming my intro for the show. I've never used it. I just chucked it in the back of the car. And here it is in my bag once I cleaned it out. This is a weighted wacky rig hook. Here is an extra wide gap, looks like a number 2, a thin wire one that has been bent out. Probably snagged it on something and bent it. Small rusty hook, I'm just going to leave that tangled in there. It looks like they're attached to this crappie rig. I'm not interested in saving that at all. I will take the marabou jig though. Alright, this looks like a chigger craw. There's another soft craw. This looks more like an Excite. Once I'm all done and I have all my piles of stuff, I'll put them in plastic bags and then put them back in the bin. Here we have a Yum brand product that I got on sale for $1. For $1, it's worth a try one day. We'll see what it is. Fairly long finesse worms. Here's another Yum product. Yum Crawdad. This one is a Biospawn. I think it's a Biospawn plasma tail. I'm going to start putting garbage into this bag. Alright, this looks like a good one. This looks like a Booyah Pad Crasher. I got this lure from Fishing with Jamie as part of a challenge. I still haven't caught one on it, but the fact that it's in here shows that I have been trying. Another soft plastic craw. This looks again like an Excite brand. Arky Bass Jig, unopened. This is the hook that I caught the turtle with in my 14-inch worm video. It's almost good luck in a weird way. Probably bad luck, but I'm still going to keep it. Senko, torn. Possibly from the Lunkers TV episode where I caught that nice 3-pounder. Some Prowler tube baits. I've tried a few of these. I also recently donated some of these to a different channel, Reverb Fishing. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it looks fish-ish. Nail clippers that I use sometimes to clip line while I'm out there because I don't like biting braid sometimes. Lead weights. That might be a tungsten weight, I'm not sure. This also might be the Senko from the Lunkers TV episode. I'm going to run out of room on this table. Booyah Buzzbait. This was also sent to me by Fishing with Jamie. I've been trying with this, trying to complete the challenge, catch one fish on a lure from this box. I'm still working on it. I've lost a football jig and a chatterbait so far from that box. This is probably the fluke from the Learning from Fluke Master episode. That's the thing, fishing out of the back of your car. I don't tend to take the tackle box down to the water with me because I don't want to carry it. So if I want to change lures, what I do is run up to the car real fast, chop off the old one, tie on a new one, and get back to fishing, and then deal with it later, like I am now. Alright, here's a jig with a chunk trailer on it. Looks like a crawfish, black and blue jig. Here's another black and red worm. This looks like a worm hook, but it looks severely bent. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that way or not. Here's another hook. This one looks like a swim bait hook. Here's a jig head. I'm not exactly sure what kind of a jig head this is. That's it for this one. One more bag to go. I don't think this bag has nearly as much stuff as that one. Let's get into the next bag. Alright, I recognize this. This is a popping float setup with a jig head on the bottom. I was fishing this in Gulf Shores, Alabama last time I visited. H&H saltwater bait. It's a shrimp. Looks like a power bait shrimp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jig heads. 20-pound mono. Here's another one of those popping cork setups by H&H. And that's all she wrote. Let's take a look at my haul. Here's a look at my haul today. I got all these lures just by cleaning out my car.